Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the world. This message brought to you from our Sovereign Grand Commander, Jim Cole. 33rd degree is called Your Little Card and comes from the September-October 2020 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal.
Jim Cole here, Sovereign Grand Commander. I would like to share with you an article from the Scottish Rite Journal entitled Your Little Card. Before I start, I want to remind you that all of the journal articles are available on our website, and I encourage you to read those. You can go back and read the ones that maybe mean a lot to you, or maybe that you didn't have a chance to read initially. So let's think about your little card. The big man with the apron and the large jewel walked around the room saying, "It is just a small piece of paper, a card, but it means the world to me," as he held up his lodge dues card. Those words were shared by then Grand Master Thomas Frederick May, 33rd degree, during a presentation in 1995. I probably never told him how inspiring those words were to me. It stuck with me, that sentence and his explanation that the card was symbolic of his ties to Freemasonry. It spoke to him and to me of what we promise to one another. Through a Mason's eyes, it reminds him not only of the night his journey began, but of many stops along his path. Holding the card in his hand, a Mason is reminded of the touch of his brother's grip and the readiness to reach out and assist one another. Today in Scottish Rite, the card is no longer paper. It is instead plastic and hopefully, for those like me, in digital form. In fact, a couple of years ago, we amended the statutes to indicate that it is no longer called a dues card. It is the membership card. Words matter. Symbols are important, especially in Freemasonry. The membership is the emphasis. The dues follow the membership. For that reason, I have made a decision that hopefully is in keeping with the symbolism of our membership card and is a message in these trying times. When our members receive their dues billing notice this year, the membership card will be enclosed. In the past, we billed the members. Then, only after they paid, did we either mail the dues card to them or, in some cases, request that the member come to the valley to pick it up in person. This time, I trust them to pay when they receive the card. You see, I feel very strongly that this brotherhood of ours is crucially important to our world, especially now. Without disclosing any ritual secrets, I can remind members that our obligations do not highlight the payment of dues. We do, however, emphasize obligations to our Creator, to one another, and to the world at large. Obviously, it is understood that it will cost money to run any organization. So yes, we have an implied agreement, which we all understand, that we must all support our costs and pay our dues. However, our obligations to one another and our trust in one another are far more important. I realize that some people who receive the card might not follow through and pay their dues. After all, we lose 1,000 or more men every year who decide they no longer desire, for whatever reason, to be a part of Scottish Rite. But let us never forget that the membership card is a symbol of our mystic ties to one another. It represents promises made. It represents promises to be kept. The card should be a physical reminder to always take the most Masonic approach when faced with decisions. For that reason, in my trust of my brother, I sent the membership card in the same envelope in which I asked him to send us his dues, showing my trust that he would pay. The card symbolizes so much. It reminds me of what each brother means to me. So surely my brother will accept this approach as a token of friendship and brotherly love. It just seemed the most Masonic way to do it, especially now.
If you would like to hear more of the Grand Commander's message from the Scottish Rite Journal, like, share, and please leave a comment.